Uh, Welcome all the participants. Very good evening. Welcome to the first day of 5-day virtual workshop on Tableau desktop training. Myself, Mr. C.A. Dharmendra Lunawat, coordinator for this program. I first of all welcoming young and dynamic our regional council member, Mr. C.A. Arpit Kabra, also the chairman of Digital Accounting Board (DAB), for the opening remarks of this program. Over to you, Mr. Arpit sir.
Thank you, Dharmendra, and good evening, everyone, today, and welcome Rahul Tiwari ji for this session. I mean, Rahul bhai is now a familiar name to all of us because of the sessions that he's taken so far. And today's session, first of all, congratulations to each one of you today who have chosen to be over here. The first step towards learning a new thing is to understand that yes, we don't know this, and probably this will help us. So that first step has been taken by all of you today. So I welcome all of these participants today to a futuristic concept for our industry called chartered accountants. Why I call this as an industry is because whatever we do today, this concept called as Tableau that we are working on today, you know, uh, it has to do everything with data. And so if someone who works extensively with data is one of us, is like chartered accountants, is our industry is something that works extensively with data, but we don't know the importance, we don't know the value, we don't know the if I were to say the valuation of this kind of a data that we already possess. Believe me, today, if any mall or any place that you go where you have given your details, your name and number, that name and number, that one line item is almost equivalent to a 75 paisa or a 1 rupee costing for that vendor who has put in a manpower to collect that data, uses that data and sells it immediately. And once one line item is sold multiple times to various other agencies, we don't even know where, when, and how. But if you've gone to look at a television or a car or anything, you'll get a range of ecosystem calling you to produce, to give you that support to make sure that you take a correct decision for whatever that you've gone out for buying or even looking at. Now that is the world of data. The data is the new oil, and Tableau that we do, if I were to tell you, it harnesses the power of the data. It can unleash the potential of our people. It can, you can choose an analytics platform that can disrupt the world of business intelligence. It's a full picture of your business inside out. And believe me, if at all we can harness, if at all we can understand this concept and bring it to use, we could definitely step into another league, another level of professionalism, another level of working style, another level of solution oriented deliverables, and not just audits and compliances, but beyond that. It's just phenomenal that what we can do by using these technologies. And today I was just interacting with Rahul. If at all we could develop a solution for chartered accountants using a Tableau or using Python or an ACL. ACL is anyways very expensive, but if something on these lines if we could do, it would be a fantastic thing. So as a part of, I'm the chairman of the DAP committee, and in that we are taking initiative on data analytics and big data, how we can practically use this for the chartered accountants. And very soon we'll be coming out with a very good information on all of this. If any of you who are interested in contributing, in participating, feel free to reach out to me or any of us in WIRC, and we'll be more than happy to have you along with us. And for today, this 5-day series marks a very, very important milestone for all of us. I hope we understand this, we try and gather, we try and work and develop this concept for our daily use in our own, in our daily practice, and probably we can see some really magical results coming out. So thank you, Dharmendra, for inviting me, and thank you for setting this up today. I'm sure we all will have a very good learning. Patience is the key to understand these concepts. and how to relate them, put them in context is important. So I really wish all of you great learning, and Rahul bhai can deliver some magical results for us. I just hope we all live up to in that magic world and try and understand these for a very, very efficient applicability. So on those lines, thank you very much, and have a great learning. Over to you, Dharmin.
Uh, thank you so much for your opening remarks, Mr. C.A. Arpit sir. Now move on to today's speaker is Mr. Rahul Tiwari. Before going further, I have to introduce him first. So let's begin. Mr. Rahul is trains and consult organization and individual on business analytics, data science, and machine learning. For 14 plus years, he has been helping students and organizations in various domains like retail, telecom, life science, finance, etc., in solving their business problem using data science, business analytics, and machine learning. He is certified Teradata Associate and also an MBA in Business Analytics and Data Science. Uh, Rahul has trained employees in various MNCs and Indian organizations. Also, he has conducted training for many startups. His main focus area is data science, machine learning, etc. And his expertise is on tools like Tableau, Power BI, SQL, R programming, and Python programming. Some of the organizations which have benefited from his training are Price Waterhouse KPMG, Bain and Company, Juniper JLL, Royal Enfield, Versua, Safe Water Network, etc. He has done education and certification from BTech, NIT Surat, Tableau certified, Teradata certified, and Oracle certified. With this, I'll switch. I'll hand over this to Mr. Rahul for the beginning of the session.
All right. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to the session. So, I hope you will have a good learning experience during this entire tenure of 5 days. So, without wasting much time, we'll proceed and we'll start with the understanding of Tableau. So, before we proceed, obviously, like in IT world, we normally, when we learn something new, we normally think of what is the future of this. Same applies here also. You guys are learning Tableau, so you must be thinking what is the future. So the simple answer is that data is growing day by day exponentially because of the reduction in the hardware cost. If I talk about RAM, if I talk about hard disk, these days it is like very much cheaper as compared to what we had in the past few years. And because of that, we got a lot of opportunity to get the data from various different data sources and use that data for analyze and play around with that and come up with the insights. So as data is growing day by day, I really want as a developer to or as a business to showcase that data in a form so that we'll able to take the decisions quickly, right? And if I want that, I need some good visualization tool which can be used for showing the data in the form of a charts, because human brain is designed in a way that they cannot learn or they cannot understand the numbers quickly as compared to the charts or the visuals or the shapes or the colors, right? So that actually require for us to have a proper understanding of the data. This type of analytics is known as descriptive analytics, where we have my own data and I'm analyzing that and trying to come up with the insights. What is the pain points I have? What is the good points I have? And all those different things we can find from the data. And that is the best benefit of having these tools. When I started my journey into IT, so there are tools like business objects, Cognos, and various MicroStrategy. There are various different tools. But using those tools, it was very difficult for business people to create the reports, because I require a technical team, because they create all the technical part and then create a report, and then end user can see that report. But now because of the tools like Tableau, Power BI, what happens is that as an end user also I can able to analyze the data without any help of a technical team, technical IT team. So as you guys are non-technical, you can able to use this particular software very easily, and that is the main benefit of this particular software, because it's just a drag and drop. I just have to drag and I have to come up with the insights. You can change the colors, a lot of things can be done. So as it's the first session, we'll talk about that. We understand the power of Tableau. These tools are also known as self BI tools, where I really don't require any technical team. I can just go ahead and create the visuals without any help of a technical team. And that is the main benefit we have. So with that, I'll start with the one of the business problems. We'll try to solve that. While solving that, I will talk about Tableau further. There are like Tableau is again a company which is acquired by Salesforce. So now it's a Salesforce company now, and they are coming up with some of the cool concepts, some of the cool updates on this particular software. What all products they have, I'll talk about that later on. But as of now, we'll try to understand the power of Tableau by just uh, solving one of the business problem. So here is the business problem which we have. We'll see that what they are asking and we'll try to solve that in Tableau. It's the end of tough year and somehow business managed to earn some profit. Management decided that as it was a tough year, so the bonus will be based on the performance of the employees. Below is the slab of bonus based on the performance. Performance is based on the total sales. If a guy did the sell of 5,000 plus rupees, then 5,000 plus dollars, then we'll give 30% bonus. If the employee did a sales between 2,000 to $5,000, then I'll give 20% bonus. And if it is less than $2,000, then we'll give 10% bonus. That is one of the criteria. As per that, we will provide the bonus, how much bonus we can give. For example, let's say I did a sales of $6,000, so I'll get the 30% of that. That is $1,800 I'll get. Same way for the other slab as well. Now create a report where management will able to see the bonus amount for employees based on the regions. Now let's say I'm belonging to North region. So I will able to see my name in the North region and the total bonus amount I can able to see against my name. And the name of the employee should be like the first name is Rahul Tiwari. So let's say my name is Rahul Tiwari, and I want to show my name as R. Tiwari. Basically, in the data source, I'm getting the name as Rahul Tiwari, but I want to modify that data. I want to write a logic which will give me only first character of my name and dot and then Tiwari in the report. In this business problem showed, now this the second part we are not covering as of now. So in this problem show how Tableau Prep can be used. We'll talk about Tableau Prep later on quickly, but as of now I'm just showing the Tableau desktop software, and we'll solve the problem using Tableau desktop. The data set which we have, let me open the data set. The data set which we have is this, which consists of various fields in my data. You can see that I have order date, I have region, I have first name, I have last name, I have item, units, and unit cost. Now, if I segregate this data, so I can very well say that order date, region, order date, region, first name, last name, and items. These are my dimensions. Or I can say it's a categorical data. It's a categorical data. It's a category. However, units and unit cost is a numerical data, or I can say it's a quantitative data. Quantitative data. Now I'll connect this data with Tableau and I will come up with the insight. Basically, as per the business problem, they are saying that the performance of the employee will be shown based on the total sales. Total sales in dollars. Now here I don't have total sales in my data set. The total sales is nothing but units into unit cost. That is my total sales. So either I can go and use Excel to create a new field sales and get all the values, or I can use Tableau directly, and this logic I will write units multiply by unit cost in Tableau itself rather than creating the field in my Excel file. So what I'll do, I'll use Tableau. I'll leverage the features of Tableau to basically create all these logics. The file which I have, this file is a .csv file. It's a comma separated value file. So in Tableau.csv file is basically nothing but text file. So I'll go ahead and open up the Tableau, which is a Tableau desktop. You can download Tableau desktop from Tableau website, which is a 14 days trial period, which you can use. But after 14 days, what we should do? So in that case, Tableau also provide one interesting software, which is known as Tableau Public. So Tableau Public is a free software which you can download from this particular website, public.tableau.com. You can create your account here and you can download the app. It's a free software, and obviously as it's a free, there will be some limitations, but for the training purposes, this is perfectly fine. We don't have to worry about that. The limitations are I cannot connect to databases. I can only connect to the file systems. That is one of the limitations. Second limitation is that when I'm trying to save the report, it will not save in my laptop. It will save in the cloud server. That's why they are looking for the sign up and sign in. It will go to the Tableau public cloud server and it will store the report. So it is not advisable to use this data when we are dealing with a business relevant data or sensitive data. If the data is sensitive, I cannot use public. I can only use public only when I'm just doing practice. So for training purposes, we are okay. We are okay to go ahead and we can download this app. So now I'm using Tableau and we'll try to solve this problem which we have in our hand. I'll open up, I have the professional edition. It is a licensed version, which will be a cost. So I'm using the professional edition, which is like the full version of the software, and it will cost you around $840 per year, right? So that is the cost for this. Now the data which I have is this CSV file, and as I mentioned, I can this is the very first page of Tableau basically, and if you go here, this text file option is there. So when I want to connect to Tableau with a CSV file, CSV file is like comma separated value file. It's not an Excel file, it's a CSV file, comma separated value file. So in that case, I require this text file to connect. I'll connect this text file. I'll go to the location where the file is present, and you can see that I have the data with me. If I go back and I show you, this is the professional edition, and you can see that I can connect to any database. Name any database, you'll find it here. There is no restriction. all the data sets I can connect to. I connected to the CSV file. Here is my data set. Here you can see that I have order date, region, first name, last name, item, units, and unit cost. Everything is now here with us. Here you can see a small signs. This is one sign which is a calendar. It's a date dimension. So as it is a date dimension, it is a calendar. So when we are passing the data as a form of date, it will automatically understand that it's a date dimension. Second is this ABC. This ABC is nothing but string data type. Suppose I want to pass customer name, employee name. When I have a string data, state, region, whatever we have, in that case, it is a string data type. Then we have this number, hash. Hash means either integer or float. Float is nothing but decimals. So we have three different types of data here in this particular file. In Tableau, we have total 5 types of data types. In this data set, we have only 3. So the 5 different types of data types are, one is the date dimension, right? Or I can say date or and date time. Date time. Second type of data type which we have is string. That is a categorical data basically. Name, then gender, then maybe address or anything, right? Categories, products. Third data type which we have is integer or decimal, which will be denoted as this hash. Apart from these three which we are seeing here, there are two more types of data types. The first is geo dimension, which we can see in the future sessions. Geo dimension is nothing but when I have a state column, I have a country column, I have a city column, or I have a postal code column. These columns considered as a geo dimension, which will help me to create the maps, right? So it will help me to create the maps in Tableau. So if my column names are state, country, city, postal code, Tableau will automatically understand that it's a geo dimension and it will convert that to geo dimension basically. We'll see that in the future sessions. And finally, the last type of data type which we have is a Boolean. That is true or false. So that is my Boolean data type. These are the 5 different types of data types in Tableau. Now here, there are some options available here. We'll discuss this later on. As of now, we are not talking about it. As of now, I'm just going to show you the power of Tableau, and then we'll get into deeper into this in the next future sessions. Now from this data, I want to create the visuals. The very first thing which I want to do is I want to create a new calculation, which is total sales, which is nothing but units multiply by unit cost. That is my total sales. Once that is done, I have to write one more logic where I have this name, first name and the last name. I want to showcase this as r.char. J dot Browning. I want to write my names like this. So basically, out of these two columns, I want to create one new column of name where the name will be first character of the first name and the last all the characters. But in between there is a dot. So this calculation also we have to make in Tableau. So let's go to the sheet 1. So everything we will do here in sheet 1. You see that the data is segregated properly. Here you can see I have first name, item, last name, order date, region. These are my categorical data. These are my categories. After that, you see there is a thin line. This line. This line is segregating the dimensions and measures. This is like my dimensions, categorical data. These are my measures, numerical data. So this line is segregating categorical and numerical data. There is this field which comes by default when you connect to data. You see office supply.csv count. So basically it is helping me understand that how many records I am getting from the source. You see that there are 50 records coming from the source. I can go to the CSV field, CSV file, and you can see that there are 50 records. And that is what you are seeing in the Tableau. So basically 50 records are coming from the source. That is what we are getting from here. Basically we are getting an idea that all the data is coming or there is some loss of the data. If there is a loss, then we have to analyze why. This is the page where we actually create the charts. We can do a little bit of analytics as well using Tableau. We can have this page option for animations. We can have this filter option to filter the records. This is known as marks card, helping me to change the color, change the size, add the label, add the details, or add the tooltip. After that, there is a show me option where Tableau gives me a 24 default charts which can be used. Apart from these default charts, we can create some custom charts as well. So here I can create custom charts as well. Like in Tableau, we can create custom charts which we will see later on. But by default, Tableau gives us this 24 different charts. Now what we are looking for? We are looking for creating a field which will have the total sales. So I will right click on this left part. You see this left part here. In this left part, I can right click. And you will see there is an option of create calculated field. So you can create a calculated field. You can right click on the directly field also. You can go to create calculated field. You can create from here also. You can create from this drop down also, create calculated field. You can create from analysis also. Or you can go to the data source and from here also you can create a calculated field. I can create from here, create calculated field, and I will give the field name as total sales, which is nothing but units automatically you will get the suggestions multiply by unit cost. So basically unit into unit cost. That is nothing but my total sales. I click OK. I get this total sales here. But now what I'm looking for, I'm not looking for total sales. I'm looking for one more logic, that is the bonus. If you are doing more than 5,000 of the sales, then I will give you 30% discount or 30% bonus basically. That logic I have to write. But before that, let's see whether the data which we are getting is correct or not. Let me drag the first name and the last name and the total sales. Let's check whether the calculation is happening is correct or not. So Elena Prince, the total sales she did is 2972. I'll go to the CSV file. I'll look for an Elena. I'll go to data. And here I have two records for her. Let me create the sales. This multiply by this. This multiply by this. And the sum which we are getting is 2972. And that is what we are getting, right? 2972 in Tableau. That means the calculations are correct. I got the total sales. But now my requirement is that if your total sales is more than 5,000, you'll get 30% discount, 30% bonus. If your sales is between 2,000 to 5,000, then your bonus will be 20%. And when the total sales is less than 2,000, you will get 10% bonus. Now, how will I do that? Again, I have to create a calculation. Again, I will create a calculated field. So I will go ahead and create one calculated field, which is bonus, total bonus. Now here I will write if total sales, which is the sum, is greater than $5,000, then sum of total sales multiply by 0.30. And as of now I am writing one logic. We'll check whether it is doing correctly or not. I got this field. Let me put it here. Let me create the table. Here is, I am getting some output, right? So as of now I wrote a logic for 5,000 only. So these guys are having 5,000 or more sales, right? More than 5,000. All the records are more than 5,000. But we need to check whether it is giving me 30% of the amount or not. Let's take the first value. ML Sander 8874. 30% of 8874 is how much? 2662. And that is what we are getting here, right? 2662. That means our calculations are going perfectly fine. So now we are good. We are confirmed that this is correct. I'll go ahead and proceed with the rest of the logic. Else if sum of total sales is greater than 2000 and sum of total sales is less than equal to 5000, then the bonus you are eligible is sum of total sales multiply by 0.20. Else the bonus you are eligible is 10%. End. So this is the logic which we have to write, and we wrote it easily without any issues. I click OK, and you can see that I got the bonus for every employee. This guy did the sale of 373. He's getting 10% of the bonus, $37. This guy did 2872. He got 20% of the bonus, that is 574. So now the bonus looking fine. My requirement is that I want to create a chart based on the region. I have a region. I'll double click, region will come in. Let me put region here. So basically it will change the alignment. Suppose I am writing, if I am dragging region here, so my chart will be horizontal, like a vertical bars will be there. So suppose I'm passing this, and then I'm passing first name, and I'm passing total bonus. I got the vertical bars. Let me put region below. Let me put first name below, and let me put this total above. I will get the horizontal bars. I can swap this by using this button also. Swap rows and columns. It will automatically swap. Regions and first name coming on the columns, rows coming in the, sorry, total bonus coming in the rows. Here total bonus coming in the columns, rows we have region and first name. So how you want, based on that we can create the chart. And then here is a sort command. I can sort that. So from here I will understand that okay, these are the employees with highest. This is the guy which is like did the best in the company with the highest bonus of 3000. He looks like the second highest, 2991, then this guy, and then this guy. These are like four guys who are like top four if you are looking for that. But the next thing which we want to do is we want to change the name. I want to create one more calculated field which will help me to make my first name. First name will be the first character and last name will be the entire value. I'll create a calculated field. Let's give the name. So my first name will come. But in the first name, I need what? I need only first character. Now how will I do that? So I'll click on this drop down and click on the string. I am looking for some string operation. I click on the string and here I will look for which function can help. Contains not helping me, ends with not helping me, find is not helping me as well. You can see that. You can read the detail about the function. This is also not helping me. Left. This is look like the good option. Left calculation comma 4. It will give me CALC. I want what? Left first name comma 1. It will give me the first value. So I will write here left first name comma 1. That will give me my first character. If I drag this here, you can see that R R A A I I I'm getting the first letter. So this looks pretty much fine. I'll open up this name field again. And now I will do the concatenation. I want one dot also. So if you want to do concatenation, we can do like this. Here I have to say, okay, this is the word that I have to concatenate, and then last name. So what I'm looking for, I'm looking for first name dot last name. I click OK. I get the name here. You can see that now I'm getting, I'll remove this first name now. It's no longer required. You can see that I'm getting the first name and the last name. Each region I want to be in a different color. So I will drag region in the colors. You can see that I have regions with different colors. Central region blue color, east region orange color, west region red color. Now what I want is I want to change the color as per my requirement. I don't want this red, blue and orange. I want something else. So in that case, I will go to this drop down and I can click on this edit colors. And from here I can choose. There are a lot many colors available. You can choose any one of the palette. Let's say I go with a gray shade and click on assign palette. It will automatically assign the different colors to different region and click OK. So that is how you can able to change the color in the charts. I can put the labels also. For example, I have this total bonus. I want to put total bonus at the top of the bar. I will drag this total bonus in the label. You can see that the total bonus coming in the label. I can change, let's say I want this at the center of the bar. I click on this three dot. Sorry, I'll click on this automatic and then click on this. It's going at the center of the bar. I can change the alignment. Let's say I want something like vertical. You can see that it is vertical also. I can give some borders to the bar so that it will be
राहुल सर
yeah.
सर बाजू में क्वेश्चन का ऑप्शन है, देखिए आपके बाजू में
किसका ऑप्शन?
क्वेश्चन का।
हाँ मेरे को अभी मिला, पहले नहीं मिल रहा था।
हाँ तो वहाँ पे जो क्वेश्चन आ रहा है सर दिख रहा है।
डेटा फाइल्स का बोल रहा हूँ, डेटा फाइल्स ये। So you can see that this bar is created. Now when I hover here, you can see that there is a box coming in, right? This box is known as tooltip. Now I will show you one most powerful feature of Tableau, which is like very interesting feature. I'll create one more chart. Let's go and create one more chart. This time this chart is on the region level and total sales. That is, I'll create a pie chart. You can see it created a pie chart. So this is the total sales of the central region. This is the total sales of the east region. This is the total sales of the west region. Let's say I'll drag the region name in the label. I'll drag the total sales in the region. So I'll drag the total sales in the region. I get the numbers. Now what I'm looking for is when I hover here, you're getting this box, right? In this box, I want this chart. For example, when I hover on the central region, all the employees of the central region, this bar should come. When I hover on the east region, all the bars of the east region should come like that. I'll go to the tooltip and I will insert sheet 1 and I click OK. You can see the bar is coming, but as of now the size is not looking good. I can increase the size of this bars clicking on the tooltip. And then I will increase this width because I need a width. I click on this and now you can see that the width has increased and now it is looking better. So that is how I can use this feature of tooltip, which will make things more interactive. And if I come back to the business problem, we actually solved one interesting business problem where we applied this logic also. I applied this logic also, and I applied the total sales logic also. 3 logics we applied in Tableau, and we came up with this charts. I can save this by right clicking, copy as an image also. If I go to the PPT, I can paste it. I can save it in an image format. I can save this in a PowerPoint as well. I can save this in a PDF format as well. I'll give you one idea. I'll go to the dashboard. Now what I want is I click on this. There is an option of new dashboard. I click on this and I will drag this sheet. And I'll give the title. Let's say I'll give the title of the dashboard total sales and bonus details, something like this. This is my dashboard title. Now I can use this as my report. I can see this and try to see what's happening. It's like a dashboard. I can have the pie chart as well in the same dashboard. I can drag this. I'll get the pie chart also. Basically, if I want, when I want multiple charts together, I can have this dashboard option, which I can use. I can export this data. As I mentioned that I can export this in PDF, I can export this in image, I can export this in PPT also. So there is an option of this download. I'll give user an option. I will go to download and drag it here. Download PDF. Let's say I'm giving this button, I'm putting this button at the top. This is a button basically. I'll double click on this button and I can say, okay, I want to download PDF. That is okay. And how will I download that? You see there is an option of Alt plus click to download. I press Alt and press click. You can see that it is asking me to save to download in a PDF format. I click OK. Let me click on book one. Let me replace that. You can see that it is downloaded in a PDF format. I can give the icon also. Double click on this. I don't want my text button. I want the image. I can choose this and I can choose PDF. Now it's a PDF icon in place of the text. Click on this. It will ask me to save the PDF. I can drag this download again. Now my requirement is that I want to save it in a image format. I'll choose the image option. Here is the image option. And when I press Alt, click on this, it will ask me to save in a PNG format. If you see here, you will find PNG. And the third option which we have is again download. Double click. And we have PowerPoint. Again, I want the icon. I'll go with that. PPT. Click OK. I press Alt, click on this button. It will ask me to save in a PPT format. Double click on that. You can see that it's saved on 2nd of November, 7 p.m. Here is the dashboard. So that is how you can export your work which you are doing. Now, if I come back to the theory, now this is like the idea. This is basically your understanding the power of Tableau. You can do a lot of things, lot of quick things on like how much time it took for me to create this report? Only 5-10 minutes. If we have a knowledge of Tableau, we can quickly do that. So we can quickly create that. But now let's talk about some stuffs about Tableau. Some theoretical part which is also we have to understand. Basically, there are various softwares provided by Tableau. To create the report, we have Tableau Desktop. Tableau Desktop has two versions. One is personal, second is professional. Personal will cost you $420 per year. Professional will cost you $840 per year. Obviously, it is a bit cheaper, so limitation will be there. I cannot connect to databases. but I can save the file in my local machine. So that is one benefit which I have over Tableau Public. Here I cannot connect to databases, but at the same time I cannot save the file in my local machine as well. It will save in the Tableau Public server. So my data is exposed to public. So when we are dealing with the client's data, we don't use public. They have to purchase this licenses. That is their cost. So to share the report, we have this three options: Tableau Professional desktop version, Tableau Desktop Personal version, and Tableau Public. For training purposes, this is fine. Tableau gave this for that purpose only, so that company can understand how the software works, and if they like it, they purchase. That's why they give this free option. Once the report is done, how will I share it with the larger audience? So to share the report with larger audiences, we have three options. The first option, let's say my audiences are not very much in number. Let's say I want to share the report to only 3-4 audiences or 10-15 audiences maximum. I have the free version, which is known as Tableau Reader, which is a free software which you can get from Tableau website. This can be used for sharing the report. I can ask, let's say I'm creating the report and I want to share the report with all of you guys. What I will do, I will ask you guys that, okay, do one thing. You download Tableau Reader and I will share the reports to you guys. Right? That is what I will do. You have to download Tableau Reader. Once you download that, I will share the file. Now, this is not basically how Tableau is different from Power BI. See, both has its limitations. Tableau is a bit costlier, but the quality of visuals which we are getting is far better as compared to Power BI. Power BI has the chart extensions. For example, I want to create another chart. I can have the extensions for those charts, which in Tableau we have to create by ourselves. Now here, Tableau Reader is a solution which is like free solution for me, but this is not advisable when there are large number of audiences. Mid-size company and big company. Big company go for Tableau server. Tableau server is a software basically which you have to purchase. That will be again a cost. No prerequisite for Tableau. You just download that. It's a simple exe file. You can download that. But for Tableau server, there is a prerequisite. Obviously, we need a heavy machine. So Tableau server is a software which I have to purchase from Tableau, and then it's an expensive affair basically. Why? Because See, I have to purchase Tableau server. That is a cost. I have to install this Tableau server in one machine. That machine I have to purchase. That is a cost as well. And then I want to hire a guy who can maintain this machine. That is a cost as well. So it's an expensive affair for me. So big companies can go for Tableau server. How this can be used? Basically, let's say I am a user. I created one report. I can publish that report in the Tableau server. And I can give access to my audiences. They will able to log into Tableau server and able to see the reports which I gave access to them. So they can analyze that report. So that is how we can scale up. But as I mentioned, it's a cost. It's a very, very huge cost for me. So mid companies may not think of going with this. Small companies can go for Reader. Big companies can go for Tableau server. Mid-sized companies can go for Tableau online. Tableau online. Tableau online is the solution which is exactly same as this, but where I'm saving the cost. This entire system is maintained by Tableau. This is maintained by Tableau. So I don't have to purchase the Tableau server software because it is maintained by Tableau. I don't have to purchase the machine where I have to install Tableau server. I don't have to hire this guy also. Everything is done by Tableau. Tableau will charge you $40 per user per month. If you are going with a bulk licensing, then you will get discounts. It can go up to $10 per user per month. So that is the solution mid-sized company can go for it. So we know how to create the reports. Now we know how to share the reports as well. Either Tableau Reader or Tableau Server or Tableau Online based on your budget. Then we have Tableau Mobile. In iOS and in Android, there is an app called Tableau. You can download that Tableau app, but it will work only when you have access to Tableau Server or Tableau Online. If you don't have access to Tableau Server or Tableau Online, it will not work. Okay. Now they have launched a new product 2 years back, which is Tableau Prep. All the data cleaning can be done using Tableau Prep. So basically, it's like a software which is helping me to clean the data, which is Tableau Prep. So these are the products which Tableau offers. All right. Now, Tableau provide a lot of statistical techniques as well, obviously, but not that much detailed as Python and other softwares. Here we have analytics. Here we have clusters. We have forecasting we can do, right? But not very extensive. If you want to do extensive statistical uh, thing on your this thing, what do you say, Tableau, you have to integrate with R or Python. So that is the extension which Tableau provides. I can apply a filter at the start also. For example, let's say I am interested in only North region data. Here, as of now, I'm getting data from all the regions. So I can click on this add, and from this add, I'll say region, and I am looking for, let's say, central region. So now you can see that the data which I am getting is of only central region. You can see here, central. So I applied the filter at the very start. So that will reduce my data. Basically what I want to reduce the data at the time of analysis so that I can reduce the data and I don't want extra data to slow down my reporting. Right? So that is how we work with Tableau. Now this is just a very first session where we are actually giving the idea about Tableau. It's just a start, so I don't want to get much deeper. But from tomorrow's session, we are going to talk about a lot of technical things as well. But from here, the main idea was to have the idea of how Tableau can be used. Right? So we solved one small business problem and we saw that how quickly be able to solve the problem using Tableau. We did a lot of calculations and we solved this particular business problem. So today I'll stop here as it's a very first session. I don't want to overwhelm. Any questions you have, you can now ask. I'll share this dataset with the team and they will give it to you. Any questions, please ask. Dharmendra, you can take over. The main difference between Tableau and Power BI is that it is more, again, the cost is one of the things which is there. The custom charts can be built using Power BI, but for creating custom charts using Tableau, we will have to do some tricks, which can be done again, but some tricks are required. But the quality of visuals is better in Tableau as compared to Power BI. Connection wise also, Tableau gives a lot of good connections, like I can connect to multiple databases. However, in Power BI, the connections are not very extensive. Which one is easy to learn? Both are easy to learn. So there is nothing like Tableau is hard or Power BI is hard. Session recording is going on, yes. Tableau Online is, again, as I mentioned, supported by Tableau. So data integrity is there. Tableau says that. And obviously, if they are saying so, I think companies are using Tableau Online. If there will not be any data integrity, then obviously it will be a problem for Tableau only. And again, we are moving to the clouds, right? People are going to Amazon Web Services. So we are going to different server only. We are not using our own premise server. So that somehow we have to trust to save the cost. How to learn logics writing? Logic writing will come over the period of time, right? Will in the future sessions we'll talk about more examples, so it will give you an idea. It's a simple logic basically, if and if else type of logics only. Can we download without top icons for VTX? Icons are required. Basically, these buttons are required. Where is the file? Here is the file. So the buttons are required if you want to download from here. If you don't want this, you can go to the sheet, you can right click and you can copy and you can download image. You can click on this file, you can download the PowerPoint or PDF. You can do that. But those buttons are giving us quick options. Which one is faster, Power BI, Tableau? See, again, depends on how you are writing the logic. It's not that Power BI is faster or Tableau is faster. How much data you are using, how well you build the logic, all those things are important. And again, I am a big fan of Tableau. So Tableau is what I will prefer. Charts, we'll talk about that as and when we proceed in the future sessions. Can we edit the data set in Tableau without changing the source file? No, we cannot. Tableau is not meant for updating the data. It's meant for visualizing the data. We can create a new column and we can write some logic there, but we cannot edit the data. We can change the source file which is updated in Tableau. Absolutely, we can do that. So that again, we'll see in the future sessions. What is the cost Power BI versus Tableau costing? Power BI is $10 per month. Tableau is $840 per year. There is a big difference, but companies are using both based on their budget. And again, as I mentioned, if you are going with a bulk licensing, companies are giving discounts as well. Aggregation granularity, we'll discuss that in the next session. Which is more effective, Tableau or Tableau? Absolutely. Can we change the legends interval? We can change the legends interval as well, yes. If I go here in sheet 2, here is my chart. So I have only central data. Let me remove the data first. I want all. Now here I'll go to edit size and I can change the interval. Start value, last value, bias 0. We can change it from here. So it's only visualization what Tableau can for us. Yes. This interval you are saying y-axis. Right click, edit axis, and from here you can change the tick mark. Fixed, none, whatever you want. From here also you can fix the value. Tableau is meant for visualization. Tableau Prep is a tool which is helping me for cleaning the data, which maybe we can see in one of the sessions in future, how Tableau Prep can be used for cleaning the data. What is the cost for Tableau Prep? Again, it is around the same range, $500 to $1,000. Would you please share working file with us? Yes, I'll share that with the team and they will share it with you. Alright, so here we stop. We'll see you again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Any questions you can put in later on and we'll discuss that. From where you can get certification Tableau? What do you advise to take? You can give that if you are looking for a career in data world. You can get that Tableau certification from the Tableau website. You have to give the exam basically. So here are the exams: Tableau Specialist exam, Tableau Associate exam, Professional exam. These are 3 exams which you can go for. Specialist is $100, Associate is $250, and Certified Professional is $600. I am the middle one, certified. This one you can go for $100, just 7,000 rupees. You can go and give the exam. These are like the server certification. We normally don't do this. All right, so I am done. Dharmendra, you can take over.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul, for the wonderful session, for the introduction of Tableau and how to create a filter and specific and how to download that. Thank you for your wonderful. Thank you all the participants for attending today's webinar. Uh, tomorrow lectures with tomorrow with faculty is Mr. Rahul also. So we'll see you tomorrow. And thank you for the wonderful session, Mr. Rahul.
All right, thanks, guys.
मिश्रा जी एंड कर दीजिए वेबिनार
ओके
वेबिनार एंड कर दीजिए
ओके